Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nakram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. President Ali unveils major highway and railway projects to boost connectivity, ease traffic, and open new housing and economic zones across Demerara. The Aubrey to Ogle highway will soon be complete, easing traffic and boosting housing and business growth. Attorney General says Ghana is ready to act on a U.S. extradition request for indicted gold dealers Azruddin and Nazar Mohammed. And teacher and business owner in Berbice loses $1 million in daytime home burglary. President Dr. Irfan Ali has announced a series of major infrastructure projects to link Ghana's economic corridors, including a 16-lane highway between the East Bank and the East Coast of Demerara, a West Bank to West Coast bypass, and a commercial railway. During an inspection at Busby Dam, President Ali confirmed the Heroes Highway overpass design is complete, calling it a game changer.
This will then take us to the final phase of the expansion from Land of Canaan to Suez Dyke, and the engineering designs are being completed now for that. As you can see, this interconnection, the work has advanced tremendously.
The overpass is part of Phase 2 of the National Traffic Management Plan, linking Busby Dam to Eccles Dumpsite Road, Aubrey Barker Street, Ogle, and more, creating 16 continuous lanes to ease congestion. Advanced drainage and flood control systems are incorporated, with work expected to finish by March 2026.
They're working 24/7 on this section of the interconnection. And just so people can have an understanding as to where we are. Yeah, right. So this will also be connected to the old highway. It goes back. Well, we are even calling that the old highway.
The president added that the Land of Canaan to Suez Dyke Highway will be built using elevated construction to cross swampy terrain, while a feasibility study for a commercial railway linking the East Bank and East Coast will be finished within 6 weeks. He also announced a West Bank West Coast bypass to connect Canal, Lenora, and Stewartville, cutting travel time to just 10 minutes and opening land for 20,000 new homes. Together with the Demerara River Bridge, these projects mark a major leap in national connectivity, opening new opportunities for housing, agriculture, and commerce across the Demerara region. Still in the infrastructure sector, President Ali yesterday confirmed that the long-awaited Aubrey Barker to Ogle Highway will be completed before the end of this year. The 4-lane highway connects South Bromwell's Aubrey Barker Road to the Ogle to Eccles corridor and is part of new routes designed to improve travel between Georgetown, the East Bank, and the East Coast of Demerara.
Before the end of the year, this section from Ogle all the way to the Mandela roundabout will be completed, giving us another 4 lanes of interconnection. So you have this 4-lane of interconnection.
He made an announcement during a site inspection, noting that construction is in its final stage, with only minor engineering adjustments left on the Mandela Avenue to Ogle section. He explained that the new roadway is part of a broader traffic management and urban development plan, which will eventually create up to 12 interconnected lanes from Ogle to Mandela Avenue.
Ahead of us, that's connected into this 4-lane connection that will bring traffic, that will see traffic connected from Cummins Lodge, Sophia, all of these areas. It goes all the way into South Bromwell, and then it connects back into the Mandela roundabout.
The highway will link directly to the Eccles to Mandela 4-lane road and the Ogle to Eccles highway, reducing congestion and cutting travel times across the Demerara corridor. Officials say the project will improve access for residents and businesses in Cummins Lodge, Sophia, and South Bromwell, while supporting new housing and industrial developments. In the social sector, Guyanese are being reminded that children have a right to be protected from all forms of abuse, and when abuse occurs, from being identified publicly. The reminder comes from Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindya Prasad, who issued a strong warning to anyone posting names or photos of child victims on social media. She was at the time addressing residents of Wales, Essequibo Islands, West Demerara.
When you post a child up, what happens to that child? The child goes to school, right? The child lives in a community. What happens? The child is shamed. The child is tantalized, as we say, or taunted. And so when that happens, that child crawls back into his or her shell, and they may not want to say another word to anyone.
Dr. Prasad cautioned that exposing child victims online can lead to lifelong stigma, discrimination, and emotional withdrawal.
The child could be bullied. the child can experience what we call re-traumatization. So in other words, you make the child feel the pain all over again because you put that child's picture up to the public. I remember when you put it on social media, what's going on there? It's not only the communities, the whole country looking at this. Beyond the country, the whole world. And when you put a photo up there, does it disappear? No, it's still there, even if you delete it.
She urged parents and residents report all cases of abuse to the proper authorities, especially when children confide in them. The minister reminded citizens that reports can be made at any time by calling the toll-free number 914. Once a report is received, the Child Care and Protection Agency is required to investigate and take appropriate action. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana has praised a recent meeting between Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Priya Manik-Chan and Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor. The meeting is seen as a key step in advancing the Georgetown Revival Plan, which aims to restore the city's appeal, improve functionality, and make it more visitor-friendly. TAG President Mitra Ramkumar described the engagement as a progressive and unifying development, highlighting stronger cooperation between central and local government to transform Georgetown into a clean, safe, and welcoming capital. In the meeting, Mayor Mentor emphasized that the city's improvement will continue regardless of political differences, saying the focus is on serving the people, maintaining cleanliness, and providing essential services. Minister Manik-Chan has said that revitalization is more than sanitation, noting it's also about how visitors are welcomed and treated, and the impression they take away. TAG stressed that a revitalized Georgetown will boost the visitor experience, attract tourism investment, and enhance the city's profile as a gateway to Ghana's tourism sector. Ramkumar reaffirmed the private sector is ready to partner with government and City Hall in supporting urban renewal, and he looks forward to continued dialogue and strategic action. When returned, Attorney General Anand Nandlal says Ghana is ready for extradition proceedings against the Mohammeds. GCCI calls on businesses to participate purposefully in Guy Expo 2025, and UNICEF launches a new child-friendly space for migrant children.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95, tune up. Fuel it up and drive, super 95, tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back. Attorney General Anand Nandlal says Ghana is prepared to act on any formal extradition requests for Azruddin Mohammed. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anand Nandlal says the government of Guyana is ready to act on any formal extradition request for the United States involving gold dealers Azruddin and Nazar Mohammed. The duo was recently indicted in Florida on multiple counts, including gold smuggling, wire fraud, and money laundering. Speaking on his weekly program Issues in the News, Nandlal said Ghana is ready, willing, and able to carry out its obligations under the Fugitive Offenders Act and the extradition treaty with the U.S. once a request is formally made.
Guyana has made it very clear that it is ready, willing, and the most able to diligently discharge its legal duties and obligations under the current extradition framework that exists with the United States of America.
Nandlal emphasized that Ghana has maintained a strong relationship with the U.S. in matters of extradition and law enforcement.
The types of offenses for which extradition exists are contained in the treaty dating back to 1924. So as I said, this is not a new process. And Guyana, as an independent country, would have done dozens of extraditions to the United States and dozens to other countries as well. Just this year, we did one to the US and one to Canada as a result of requests made by the government of the US and the government of Canada. So we did two in the year 2025, And we have, I think, 2 ongoing right now in relation to other territories.
The Attorney General's statement follows the unsealing of an 11-count indictment by the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida. Prosecutors allege Mohammed's run a multi-million-dollar gold smuggling operation between 2017 and 2024, using customs declarations and government seals to ship thousands of kilograms of gold through Miami, while concealing the true value and defrauding both the Guyanese and U.S. governments. The indictment also claims the men bribed local officials and underdeclared luxury imports, including a Lamborghini allegedly undervalued, to avoid over US $1 million in taxes. Both were sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control in June 2024. The same day, U.S. Customs seized a US $5.3 million gold shipment linked to Mohammed's enterprise. Nanal dismissed suggestions that the case is politically motivated, noted that the alleged offenses span multiple years and administrations. Meanwhile, Azruddin Mohammed, now leader of the We Invest in Nationhood WIN party, has denied the charges and vowed to challenge them in court. Although no formal extradition request has been received, Nanal reiterated that once it arrives, Ghana will follow all judicial procedures to ensure compliance. President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Cathy Smith, is urging local businesses taking part in Gaia Expo 2025 to do so with purpose and strategy. The event runs from November 13 to 16 at the National Exhibition Center in Sophia, under the theme Transformation Through Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Speaking at the launch, Smith said the theme is timely and significant, since entrepreneurship and innovation are key to Ghana's transformation.
I'm happy that Gaia Expo is back in its full color again this year to support the work and the contribution of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. We see the result in agriculture, we see it in aquaculture, in small business development, and in the many capacity building opportunities being created for new and existing businesses. All of this is happening even as Guyana's oil and gas industry continue to boom. That balance between oil and gas and the rest of the economy is critical, and I commend the government for its unwavering focus in this regard.
She reminded exhibitors that Gaia Expo is more than just a place to sell products. It's a platform to market services, grow their customer base, and build new business partnerships.
Today, Guyana's business landscape is shifting. The petroleum industry has raised the bar. Businesses are innovating not only to meet growing demand, but to satisfy new requirements and compliance standards. This is transformation in action, and it is happening within our private sector. At the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we too are playing our part.
Smith also commended the government of Ghana for its continued support of initiatives that strengthen the private sector and enhance national growth. A new child-friendly space aimed at supporting migrant families was officially launched in Georgetown yesterday, through a collaboration between UNICEF Guyana and Suriname, the High Commission of Canada to Ghana Suriname, and the Roman Catholic Bishop's Office. The initiative seeks to provide young migrant children with access to nurturing care, early learning, and a safe environment where they can grow and thrive. It also seeks to empower parents by offering guidance on creating supportive and protective spaces for their children. Funded by the High Commission of Canada and supported through UNICEF's partnership with the Roman Catholic Bishop's Office, the project forms part of a wider national effort to improve access to quality early childhood care and education across multiple regions in Guyana. Representative of the Roman Catholic Bishop's Office, Kian Chase, expressed gratitude to UNICEF and the Government of Canada for their continued support. She affirmed the Church's commitment to serving migrant families, noted new space represents a meaningful step toward inclusion and child welfare. UNICEF said it remains dedicated to ensuring that every child, regardless of background, is given the best start in life. A group of female law students at the University of Ghana has launched the Women in Law Association, a platform aimed at supporting the academic and professional growth of women and girls interested in law. Ignite News reporter Nikayla Cross visited the university and spoke with the founders.
Thank you, Rihanna. The student-led group, started in January 2025, creates opportunities for mentorship, networking, and legal awareness. Open to women aged 16 and older, the group hopes to empower members to succeed not only in law, but in other areas of life. Founder of the association, Jada June, explains the motivation behind starting the association.
Initially, we started this association in order to take part in the Regional Youth Parliament debate competition. But my colleagues and I came together and we decided, women in law, we don't really have a say in society. And we think it's best that we should keep this association running. And we also did well in the Regional Youth Debating competition. And we made it to the national. So I think advocacy is very important, especially for women.
From a young age, women, obviously, they start going through different changes in their bodies, in their minds, and it is important, as young as 16 or even 15 or 13, once you embark into secondary school, you go deeper into studies, you go deeper into learning about yourself, and being a part of a womanhood, especially in law, it will help you a lot to learn about the togetherness, to learn about the history of how far we've come as women in the legal aspect. And hopefully 10 years or 5 years ahead, we see a lot more women lawyers, we see a lot more attorneys, we see a lot more women in legal parts of departments.
Recently, members of the association met with the Ghana Association of Women Judges as part of their outreach. The Women in Law Association says its goal is simple: to inspire and equip the next generation of women in law while celebrating the strides already made in the profession. Reporting for Ignite News, I'm Nikayla Cross.
Thank you, Nikayla. Hopefully the new association is able to grow into a movement that develops and inspires future generations of women in law. When we come back, a Berbice teacher's home is ransacked in broad daylight. A new push to improve athlete welfare, and Brian Lara calls for renewed passion among West Indies players.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
You're watching Ignite News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. A Berbice teacher and business owner suffers major losses after a home was ransacked yesterday. A teacher and small business owner in East Kanji, Berbice, is counting heavy losses after a home was brazenly ransacked yesterday afternoon. Shaliza Ramcharan, who teaches at Viola Nursery School and operates an MMG, printing and stationery business, returned home around 2:45 p.m. to discover her Canefield settlement residence had been broken into.
I observed that the door was looking not the way I left it. It was looking a little unusual. So I got on the phone and I called my husband and told him that the door is looking kind of strange. And then when I proceeded and I opened the door, I saw that the house was ransacked. I went in and everything was ransacked from downstairs. I went upstairs.
Ramcharan explained that intruders reportedly made off with approximately $1 million in cash and valuables.
I had energy money. I had money to carry on the house, over $500,000 in cash. I had my kids' jewelry, my jewelry, my husband's jewelry, everything that they took. They went, they even took my husband, they ransacked the house, they took all his brand name boots, all our brand name colognes and perfumes. My husband had about 5 bottles of brand name rum, Johnny Walker, so they took everything. My kids, I've been making jewelry from since they were little. I won't be able to say, but the value was over $400,000 in jewelry.
This is the first time the family has experienced such an ordeal.
I'm quite shaken up. I'm hurt. I am sad. Lots of emotions. I worked so hard for my things, and then they just gone in a pink up, and somebody just come and take them away from me. I'm hoping for the police to do a proper investigation, and I could.
Authorities have launched an investigation into the burglary. Minister within the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, Stephen Jacobs, has launched a new program aimed at improving athlete welfare and long-term career development. The initiative comes after consultations with national athletes, both current and retired, who shared experiences and ideas to guide the design of the program. Minister Jacobs said the focus must be on investing in people as much as in facilities, noting that empowering athletes builds a sustainable sporting future and supports the growth of sports tourism. Athletes have welcomed the move, describing it as a major step toward ensuring they have the tools and opportunities to succeed both during and after their competitive careers. The ministry says the collaboration marks an important step in strengthening Ghana's overall sporting landscape. Former West Indies captain Brian Lara has called on players to show greater commitment to the regional team, stressing the importance of passion and national pride alongside financial considerations. Speaking at the Seed Cricket Rating Awards in Mumbai, Lara acknowledged financial and infrastructure challenges, but urged players to find a way to balance franchise opportunities with representing the West Indies. He cited Lionel Messi as an example of maintaining national loyalty while pursuing international success.
It lies very deep, and it's something that I would say Cricket West Indies is working on in terms of finding a better footing in terms of the foundation of the game, how we grow the game, the facilities that we have to improve on, and finding a way for cricketers to be a lot more competitive. There's also an issue, of course, with franchise cricket and the way how, they pull some of the players away, weakening our strength. So again, we have to work on that. Australia is able to do it. England is able to do it to keep their players loyal to their country. So we have to find a way to do that.
Laura also highlighted the team's struggles with batting, noting that promising talents have yet to establish themselves and stressing the need for stronger first-class performances before international promotion. He emphasized that player development often occurs in the mid to late 20s and that experiences and sustained performance are crucial. He called on Cricket West Indies to make playing for the region financially attractive and urged administrators, coaches, and players to work together to strengthen the team following the recent Test defeat to India. Still ahead, 4 more Caribbean nations strengthen regional fisheries cooperation. Gold prices reached record high, and Gaza peace talks gather momentum in Egypt. Welcome back. 4 Caribbean nations have officially joined the regional fisheries body, strengthening collaboration across the sector. Anguilla, the Bahamas, Dominica, and Montserrat have officially joined the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism, known as CRFM, further strengthening regional cooperation in managing marine resources. They signed the agreement during the 16th special meeting of the CRFM Ministerial Council, which was held as part of the Caribbean Week of Agriculture 2025 in St. Kitts and Nevis. Established in 2003, the CRFM supports sustainable fisheries management and collaboration among member states, particularly on shared and migratory species. Executive Director Dr. Mark Williams said the CRFM remains committed to transparency and good governance, guided by key policies on data protection, anti-corruption, and gender-sensitive development. With the addition of these 4 territories, the CRFM now counts 17 members, solidifying its role as the Caribbean's leading institution for sustainable fisheries governance and development. In international news, gold prices have shattered records, surging past $4,000 an ounce for the first time. The rally comes as investors seek safety amid geopolitical tensions, a weak dollar, and growing expectations of U.S. interest rate cuts. Up to press time, spot gold climbed 1.6% to just over $4,045 an ounce, while U.S. futures rose to $4,067. Silver followed suit, up more than 3% and nearing its all-time high. Analysts say gold's rise reflects deep investor unease, fueled by wars in the Middle East and Ukraine, political turmoil in Europe and Asia, and the ongoing U.S. government shutdown. With strong central bank buying and massive inflows into gold-backed funds, totaling $64 billion this year, experts predict prices could keep climbing, possibly testing the $5,000 mark in 2026. Silver, platinum, and palladium also rallied, extending a banner year for precious metals. Finally this evening, top U.S. and regional envoys are in Egypt for a crucial third day of indirect talks between Israel and Hamas on President Donald Trump's plan to end the Gaza war. Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and advisor Steve Witkoff joined negotiators in Sharm el-Sheikh alongside Qatar's Prime Minister, Turkey's intelligence chief, and Israel's strategic affairs minister, Ron Dermer. Hamas said it has shown necessary positivity, submitting a list of prisoners it wants freed, in exchange for hostages still held in Gaza. They include high-profile figures like Marwan al-Barghouti and Ahmed Sadat. Meanwhile, Israeli media report cautious optimism, with Trump describing the moment as a real chance to do something. Differences, however, remain, particularly over troop withdrawals and the timing of the hostage-prisoner exchange. But mediators say momentum is building. On the ground, Israeli strikes have slowed but not stopped, with Gaza officials reporting the lowest daily death toll in weeks. Arab states insist any deal must pave the way for a Palestinian state, even as Hamas rejects disarmament and Israel refuses Hamas' future role in governing Gaza. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nikram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.